there's a difference between being broke and being poor. Being broke is economic, but being poor is a disabling frame of mind and a depressed condition of your spirit, and you must vow never to be poor again. I believe that poverty has nothing to do with money, and half of all poverty is low self-esteem and lack of confidence in yourself. Then you've got your environment and your role models that affect poverty, and your hope or your aspirations that really affect whether you get up in the morning and get on with your life. So if you're depressed, distressed, stressed out, and overwhelmed, you're going to have a high degree of turnover at your employment. You're going to have times where you don't want to get out of bed. You're going to have a view of life that's half empty versus half full as far as the glass in front of you when you look at that glass in the morning when you get up. And so what you see depends on where you sit in your life, and we need you to sit in a place of hope and to have a more aspirational view of your life, take your life back, which is what this model for Hope Inside at SunTrust is allowing us to do in an institutional way and not just an aspirational way. There's actually a physical place 7 days a week, at least 5 days a week, that you can go to really plug yourself into a matrix of uplift that moves your credit score, your aspirations, your agenda in your life. Acknowledgement. A saint is a sinner that got up, admitting that you have problems and that you have a problem, but you're not a problem, that you made a mistake, and you're not a mistake. Having a real conversation with your family, your mate. The number one cause of domestic abuse is money. The number one reason why kids dropping out of college, it's not academics, it's money. The kids need to know that those lights don't come on by themselves. that car does not drive without gas in it, and gas is not free. I mean, we've got to really start having real conversations with ourselves and with each other, and understanding that all around us is a financial system that most of us don't really understand. Andrew Young said, to live in a system of free enterprise and not to understand the rules of free enterprise must be the definition of slavery. So we have got to empower ourselves with knowledge, information, and then acknowledge that I can make a mistake again and not be a mistake. Once you've done that, you're on your road to setting yourself free, and you're de-stressing yourself because now you're not holding yourself to some incredibly unrealistic level of expectation.
There is a lot of folks that are scared. They're almost intimidated. They're afraid that they're alone, and it's one of the main things that our movement, we're a purpose-driven company, and our movement to light the way to financial well-being is all about, is helping people across the country understand that they're not alone and that there are resources that are out there. We've had over 700,000 people this year join our movement, and what they're telling us is that they need help. 3 out of 4 of them don't sleep well at night because they're worried about their money, and when they're stressed out about their money, they're not going to have the family life they want, they're not going to have the health that they want, and we're committed to finding ways to help solve that problem. We've committed to help 5 million people over the next 5 years go from stress to confidence, but we understand we can't do it by ourselves. We've got to partner with groups like the one that John leads, Operation Hope. We've had a great partnership with them for many years, and now we're going to expand it from 7 locations to over 200 by the year 2020. And expanding our reach means we get to expand the number of people we get to help, and the more people we get to help, the more others will understand that they're not alone and there is a place for them to go. Well, OnUp is all about encouraging people to join. So you can go to onup.com and join the movement. There you can find more information about how to take that first step. And taking the first step is so important, because when you take the first step, whether it's starting an emergency savings account or working on your credit score or joining your company's 401k, what we found is when people can take the first step, the second and third and fourth become a lot easier.
We have a partnership also with the SunTrust Foundation, and they have funded a grant of about $950,000 that will allow us to digitize Hope Inside. Basically, when I do my Facebook Live videos, I found that 85% of all the viewers, the 15 million viewers, are on their mobile phone. It's unbelievable. They're not at a desk, they're not at a computer or a formal station, they're on their mobile phone. So increasingly, this little device that you're holding around is increasingly a portable broadcast network. It's an educational network. It's a banking network. And this is a computer in your pocket. So because of SunTrust, we'll be able to take Hope Inside and digitize it in your pocket. And that'll be available at a pocket near you in 2017. You can go to operationhope.org for questions about Operation Hope, but also where we're opening locations. We're opening every week. We sort of view this as the Starbucks of financial inclusion. You can go to onup.com or suntrust.com for information on SunTrust. As we partner together, you'll be able to find location listings on both sites. I do want to say this one thing I haven't said to anybody else. I want to say it to you. I hope this goes viral. We need more people like Brad Densmore and Bill Rogers and Debbie Crowder. People who, and Susan Johnson, all these heroes and sheroes who are behind this brand called SunTrust that are really helping truly to light a way, not only to well-being, but a new way to lead in a fear-based world. We need new corporate leaders. No, we need new leaders. And we need people who have ethics and values and who are not just takers, but understand that whatever goes around comes around, and have embedded that into a business practice. They're bringing morality back to banking.